What's going on, everybody? It's Acorn Man back with another LEGO Star Wars review, and today we're going to be talking about the 75333 Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. This is the first set I've been able to obtain from the Summer Wave, and I hope they're all as good as this one because, spoiler alert, this is a really great set. Taking a quick look at the box, you can see the Starfighter at the forefront there with the Kaminoan clone facility in the background there. So cool. Our minifigure selection up here, which we'll go more into later. I seem to have knocked most of them over. Oh dear. Another picture of the Starfighter on the side there, and just the basic functions of the ship on the back. And I think that's just about it for the box. Alright, so the first of our minifigure selection is good old Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, rocking his sort of mullet from Attack of the Clones, and also rocking this really sleek cloak design that's actually printed on the minifigure itself. And I'm a really big fan of this design. Unsurprisingly, this is a minifigure you can play as in the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga video game, and I play as this one quite a lot because I really do like that design so much, so it's really cool having the actual minifigure itself in hand. He also features a second head with his little headpiece on there. It really just gives you a lot more playing options, whether you want to be in or out of the ship. He also includes this hood piece, which I'm not particularly fond of. I kind of still prefer the old ones, to be honest, but it's not a bad look. So yeah, overall a really solid Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure, probably my favorite one in my whole collection right now. Next up we have R4P17, pretty much just a red R2-D2, but that's about to be expected since they're both Astro droids. He can pretty much just swing forward and backward, although he does have some extra functionality with the ship that we'll cover later on in the review. And last but certainly not least, we have our first ever Kaminoan minifigure, Taun We, and I just love the look of this thing. It really gives me vibes all the way back to the LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga game. Obviously they looked pretty different there, but considering this is the first ever Kaminoan minifigure, it's hard to explain. It brings back nostalgia, but it's also so new. I don't know, it's just really great to see out of LEGO. And as you can see, she has quite a bit of detail going on here. So yeah, they really didn't cheap out on this one. So overall, the set has a really great minifigure selection in my opinion, one that I don't think could have been much better. Alright guys, so here's the main attraction, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter itself, and this being the first one I have in my collection, I honestly really quite love it. I could not ask for much more. It is just such a sleek design, it's so easy to hold in the hand, but as you have probably noticed here, we have these awkward gaps in between the wings and the body of the ship, and I'm certainly not a big fan of that. So I will probably have to take off a point for inaccuracy there, just because from some angles it really is quite noticeable, but it really doesn't personally bother me much. And up at the front we've got a couple of stud shooters here. I'm not really necessarily for or against stud shooters. I do think they look a little bit out of place in this set, but if you really didn't like them that much, you could easily just take them off. On the upper side of the starship here, we have this little radar dish, which I think is really cool. Quite small, but obviously you wouldn't really want it to be too bulky on this thing. And on the other side we have a nice little Republic insignia sticker. And really, unfortunately, this set has a lot of stickers. All of these that you see up here are not printed pieces. They're all stickers, unfortunately, so in my opinion, it's not really too great for a $30 set to have almost 15 stickers, I believe. So that's going to get on a lot of people's nerves, but it could be much worse. I think, at the very least, they are all well coordinated with the set and look really good after it's all said and done. On the bottom we have some very basic landing gear, but it gets the job done, and a couple little hooks for your lightsabers, so that's always a nice little addition. Alright, so as I said earlier, R4P has a little bit of extra functionality with this set. Since he is an astromech droid and they play a big part in these Jedi Starfighters, it's obviously to be expected. So all you gotta do is take his headpiece off, put it on this little swivel plate right here, and then stick the rest of his body in this hidden storage bin right here. And there we go, covers it up quite nicely. Would never guess it's in there. And it is fun to spin his little head around. Alright, so all that we've got left to do is to put Obi-Wan in the ship. All you gotta do is fold up the cockpit here, place him down inside, close it, and you're good for flying. Although Obi-Wan might not be as excited about it. Alright, so that is going to be about it for the 75333 Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. And what do I think? I honestly really love this set. As a big fan of Attack of the Clones, I'm very glad that I get to add this set to my collection. The only thing I would have changed about this set is I would have included the hyperdrive ring. I'm personally just a really big fan of the design of that. You would definitely lose the really cheap price point of this set, which right now is $29.99. Certainly a fair price, but I do think that a hyperdrive ring would have added just a little bit of extra playability that this set is kind of lacking. Don't get me wrong, it's a really, really great set. I just think it could use a little bit more going on. It's got a very sleek design, great minifigures. So overall, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The only thing I really don't like about it are the gaps between the wings and the body. I really wish there's something they could have done about that. Obviously, it doesn't ruin the set for me, but I don't believe it's a problem that any of the previous models struggled with, so I'm not really sure why it was a problem now. But as small as this one is, it's a great little display piece and an awesome addition to any collection, so I would highly, highly recommend it. Especially if you're a big fan of Attack of the Clones like I am, this is really the only real set that they're releasing for Attack of the Clones this year, which is a shame, you know, since it's the 20th anniversary. We did get the clone minifig pack earlier this year, but obviously that was pretty small and it wasn't really made available in a whole lot of places, so unfortunately this is the best and biggest Attack of the Clones set for the year. A little unfortunate, but a whole lot better than nothing. Alright, so I think that'll about wrap it up for this review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I always love hearing what you guys have to say, and I'll see you guys in the next one.